Let's get it, baby. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. You already know what time it is, family. Let me know where you from in the comments. I'm trying to get to know you a little bit better. Let me see where you at in the chat. Let's get it. I want to see it. And I also see somebody say BBBY. $3 is a buy. I'm not saying that, but I want to comment on that. BBBY, right? Because I made a video on this the other day, and it just goes right into what we always talk about. Now, I'm going to look that up real quick, right? Hold up. We got to say something. Hold up. We can't jump the gun. I got to get to know the family a little bit better. Good morning, everybody. Put a 1 in the chat so I know where you at. If you lurking, if you creeping over there. Oh, the audio. You can hear me. You can hear me. Let's go. Oh, we using a system audio. Listen, we're not using my mic right now. I'm gonna put my mic on. I cannot be using the regular thing. Let me see if I can get it to work. Hey, you can hear me though. Let's go. I thought you couldn't hear me. I'm sitting here like, let's go. It's in the building. Ohio's in the building. Okay, let's see. Let me just try to make sure that my audio. Okay, hey, mic check 1 2 1 2. Let me know if you can hear me well, baby. Let me know if you can hear me well. That's what the. Oh, yo, put the kids away. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, all right. Sound is back. Let's get it. You should be able to hear me nice and clear and easy and well. Okay, so family, check me out on this. We gotta have to talk about BBBY really quickly. I'm trying to get to know where the family is from. You already know what time it is. If you lurking, if you chilling in the chat, if you watch but you'll never comment, drop a 1 in the chat for your boy. All my other dogs, my dog, let me know where you from. Put a 1. All right. So now, I had a comment the other day, right? You know what we trying to do. You know we trying to trade. We trying to be profitable. You know we remember the laws of trading, right? We remember the laws. There's 5. This is how I am able to be a profitable trader. People don't believe it, but it's like I do this on a live stream, literally when I get on here with y'all. You can't be perfect, but you can be accurate and consistent. So now, 5 laws. 98% of traders are not profitable. And I'm convinced, I am absolutely convinced it's because of what reason? Their mindset. Their mindset. They're always thinking about how much I could double my money or how much I can make, but they never think about how much they can potentially lose. And as soon as you switch your mindset, you say, okay, it's not all about doubling your money. It's about protecting your money. This is how we win, right? So I got a comment the other day, and I might just share with y'all again. I had mentioned this on a video previously, right? But this point is such a strong point that I feel like it needs to be said again. And I talked to my dog too. So if you in the chat, family, you know it's love. You know it's love. So let me just share this with the computer. Let me share this one. Also, we had to give the, there we go. We had to give the live its own chat to make it even more clear and less confusing than it was. So, okay, I want to show you this and share this with you. Let me expand my screen out. This. I told you the other day, we're talking about BBBY. This thing shot up to like $5 or something, right? A few of my dogs said, yo, Keenan, man, I killed it. I'm like, yo, shout out to you, right? You killed it. My dog said he was up 150% on BBBY. And I want you to really pay attention to this, because if you've been having trades that aren't profitable and you've been having and struggling with taking profits, family, this is for you. And to be honest, even if you a veteran in the game, this is for you. So up 150%. He said he put the stop loss on. Yo, round of applause. If you know where your hand clapping emoji is, put that in the chat for me. Round of applause. Stop loss. Stop loss. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. Major shout out to him. And then he said, I just keep moving it up. That's how we do, right? We use our own trailing stop loss if the trailing stop loss option isn't available. But you use that stop loss, in my opinion, right? I can't give you financial advice. He said, I killed it this week on BBBY. When I made this video, family, BBBY was like $5. And I'm talking about consider playing with house money. That don't mean you have to let the game and let the play go forever, but you could take your risk totally off the table. Imagine this, and I said this time and time again. I see, hey, round of applause, baby. I said this. I say, yo, imagine, right? You and the big dog. We go to Vegas, right? Woo. We okay. We in Vegas. Boom. We brought $100 there. We playing whatever game, your favorite game, right? And we win $300. Hold up. We came in with 100. We won 300. We got $400. We only walked in the door with $100. You know what I'm at least walking out this door with? I'm at a minimum walking out with $100. So I'll be at break even if I blew through the rest of it. That's called playing with house money. But a wise investor, a wise trader, what they're gonna do, they're gonna take maybe 200. We got 400. We walked in with one. I'm gonna take 200. Boom, set that to the side, and then I might see what I could do with the rest of this 200. Right? This is the casino's money. This is the house's money. So then that's how we're gonna win, by thinking like that, by protecting our profits, especially when we have the opportunity to do so. So then again, my dog, right? My guy said this, and again, no disrespect, big dog. Me and you, we had a conversation even after I posted this video. I want to get him a major salute, because after we had this conversation, after I posted this video, he said, you know what? I'm just gonna take the criticism, and I appreciate you for telling me what I need to hear rather than what I want to hear, right? Because everybody want to hear that, yo, listen, if you take this class, you're gonna make $1 million tomorrow. If you use this strategy, you're gonna make $1 million tomorrow. Everybody want to hear that, right? But when somebody actually cares about your success, they're gonna tell you the truth. You know what I mean? So now, and not just sell you a dream and teach you an actual skill. So okay, so he said this, I've been holding since August. And he said he had a $3.43 average, right? So I had made it. He said this is going to 20 easy. So then I said this, how about when you were up, because you've been holding since August, right? And again, no disrespect, big dog. I'm just using this as an example again. You've been holding this since August. And let's look back on BBBY. It's just been it's coming down. And this thing shot up. It shot up. It was up 200% in a week. So what does that tell us? That tell us if our average is about here. Actually, my man's average is like down here. Let's see, 240, about right here. It shot up like this. Whoa, almost $6, almost a home run. What does that mean? That means that I could take my original investment out at a minimum. Let's say I put $100 in and now it's worth $200. I could take 100 out. Keenan Grace might even take 110 out just to lock some profits in, and then leave the rest of it and see if it goes to 20 like I thought, right? My guy thought it was going to 20. So the reason I bring this up is because somebody was saying to me, somebody said, yo, Keenan, and tell me if you ever heard somebody tell you something that you felt was ridiculous, but it wasn't out of malice. It was out of, in my understanding, a misunderstanding. They were misinformed. Keenan, this is another comment. Yo, if this go to 20, I think you owe that young man an apology. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what? Owe him an apology for telling him to take profits? All profits are good profits. And then I'm telling him, hey, if it do go to 20, you still in the game with the free money. In my opinion, that's how you become a profitable trader. Because so many people want to think about the possibility of it going to 20, right? The possibility, but not the probability. You understand what I'm saying? The possibility of it, but not the probability of it. So this doesn't mean that it can't. It means that you got to protect the wealth that you already have so that you could be in the game and then continue to win, instead of being down and having to hold a trade for 6 months or over a year. So now that we got that out the way, this is exactly how Keenan Grace will play it. You ready? If I got in BBBY, my average was $3. It runs all the way up here. Boom, almost double. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my original investment out, and then let's say it comes right back down here. Guess what? I got profits, and I'm back to break even on my average, but I'm up because I took the profits. If I think it's going to 20, Guess what, family? Let's do some simple math. I want to show y'all a quick tool that you can use whenever you want. It's called percent change calculator. Percent change calculator. It's quite easy to use. And I want to show you how I would have killed it. And then I would have just killed it way better than other people who are not thinking about risk management. I ride it up to about 6. And then, you know what? I take profits. It comes back down to 3. I could get back in and then ride it to 20. So let's check this out. Percent change calculator. What is if we go from 6 to 20? And let's see what the percent change is. From 6 to 20, that's a 200% increase. Oh, yeah, you love to see it, right? You love to see it, baby. You love to see it. But if I got out at 6 and then got back in at 3, oh, family, 566%. That's a whole different ball game from 200%. Before it was 5. Before it was 200%, 233. But now, if you played it like me, boom, you would have been up 500%. You see what I'm saying? Probability, not possibility. We got to be clear on something like this. You understand? My guy said, where is the watch list? The watch list is in the Discord again at the top. I have moved everything. Not everything, but I moved the stuff that is relevant to the live stream to its own place. It's called links to live stream, Keenan's trades, and watch list. It's at the very top of the Discord. So now let's go over and let's check on our boy, the spy. Shout out to the spy. And we're going to add these in together. We are getting very close. And again, make sure that you know how to use a stop loss. Make sure you know how to use a stop loss. Let me turn my audio down a little bit. I feel like it's going red and clicking out. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Let me know if my audio is still good, family. All right. So look, we're getting very close to call range. I'm not telling you to buy, hold, or sell. I'm here to give you the facts so you can be the judge. However, I do want you to understand I'm personally looking at a call, a 405 call. Market's not open yet. We still just ever so slightly in the pre-market. So we're going to add these lines in, right? My people who are new here, it's time to really focus on this. So let's go over here real quick, right? In order to be able to trade and be profitable and stop paying tuition. Tuition is the cost you pay to learn, right? You're going to keeping on paying tuition if you don't really learn. We all lose. That's law number 3. But let's go through them quick so we get through it. 95% of traders are not profitable. Why is that? Mostly because they got their mindset all jacked up, right? They might be kids, so we ain't gonna say the other one. They got their mindset all jacked up, and they thinking profits rather than thinking how to reduce the losses. That's how you really win. You got to change that mind frame. You will lose sometimes. We know that. Make your losses small. If you want to get into a trade, you have to understand how to use a stop loss. This is not an investment. This is a trade, right? You don't want to lose everything on a trade and it be out the game. Stop losses keep you in the game long enough so that you could win big. So we only trade with 5% of our portfolio max. If your whole, all of your money you got is $100, family, then that means you're taking $5. And again, it will grow. You just got to keep playing it as in like a system, right? So, okay, holding overnight is risky, especially in a bear market. So you can take that risk if you want, but you got to understand it. The game is not fair. Technical analysis is going to work 70% of the time. Sometimes it's going to give you false breakouts. Oh, we breaking out. We about to run. Sometimes it's going to give you a false breakdown. Oh, yeah, she about to crash. But it's actually false. It happens about 30% of the time. Due to news, like earnings, the CEO died suddenly. You know, all these crazy things that be going on, right? So manipulation, market makers, right? Institutions, crazy amounts of short selling in synthetic shares and things like that. That's going to happen. It's going to be in there, right? So you got to understand how the game really works. So then today is Tuesday the 17th. I thought it was the 16th. So today is Tuesday the 17th. All right. And let's see where we end up. I've been on a hot streak, right? I've been hot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I've been on an 11 win streak. But I know that since TA works 70% of the time, if I was to do 10 trades, it's likely that about 3 of them is going to be like, yo, what happened there, right? And then you might end up losing. But then our stop loss will help us out with that. So understand, though, I understand the probability, and I'm not getting caught up in the possibility. So now, since I know that the lost monster is on my back after so many of these wins, I gotta make sure I'm paying close attention. So now let's go over here. Let's see what we got. We are currently looking towards the call range, right? The green line. I actually put it there in the pre-market. Our green line, this is our recent highs, and we're looking to break. We would love, love, love to break over this 399.10, technically 400, but we would love, absolutely love to break above it. There's a lot of sellers up here, right? So our green line, we're putting this at the most recent high in the last few days. So if we go back to the hour chart, right, we can see that it's basically right here, and it's at 399.10. So we want a candle to confirm above it, meaning an entire candle lives above this level right here. So now our blue lines, let's go back to the 5-minute. Technically, we don't even have a higher blue line since we are near the green line, but we have our lower blue line, which would be right here. Our early entry on a put would be right about here. But early entry on a, hold up. I got to just open this up right now. I'm going and looking at the 405 call. I didn't buy it yet. I'm not telling you to buy it. I can't legally give you financial advice. But I'm going to look at the 405 call, expiration the 19th. I want to see what it costs. So I'm going to go look that up right now. Hold up. Let me go look that up right now. So SPY, I'm looking at the options. 405. I did not buy it, but I'm going and looking at it. For the 19th. The reason I'm not getting the one today is because it's so low in price that I can't appropriately put a good stop loss, like a 5%, if not a 10%. So I'm going and looking at the 19 expiration 405 strike. And right now, that's about 47. I'll share this with you real quick, but this is the same one from the watch list. All right, and let me X my guy out. Again, no disrespect, big dog, if you hear. All right, check this out. So when you hear me saying, oh man, you look, the ask, I'm talking about the ask price. The ask is 47, right? That's this, the red. And then I'm talking about the, hold up, the bid, that's the green. But the price right now, if you want to get in, is 47. I'm not saying you should get in, but I'm just saying that's what I do. I hit the ask price so I can immediately get in, right? So, okay, let's go and look at the technicals as we always do. As it currently stands, we have a weak level of support right here. And what that means to us is, let's move this over. This is going to be our blue line. Normally, we would do the early entry on a call, but since we're so close to the green line up here, it's going to be it's going to be real tight, right? It's going to be like extremely like hard to get to. So let's do this. Early entry on a call and actually the normal entry on a call are actually super close to each other. Normal entry on a call, I would say, is above today's high at that 399.01. But you see how close this is to each other, right? But it's an early entry on a call if you decide to get in, because this is our resistance today. This is where our sellers are at. But there's another psychological level literally right behind it. Like literally if it falls up a little bit, then boom. So okay, now we got here, which is our early entry on a put. This is our low. This is our pre-market low. In the middle of two blue lines is the gamble zone. Right? So let me just explain these three levels to you real quick. Where do they come from? Remember, somebody said to me, and I told y'all this, they was like, Keenan, oh yeah, so the bid is now, the ask is now 47, right? The ask is now 47. Or no, it changed, 43. So let me explain this to you real quick. This blue one, in the last 3 days or so, this is where the peak is at. That's this green one, the green one up top. So I look back, let's call it 3 days, like today, pre-market, everything like that. And I say, okay, where is the peak in the last few days. See this day, this day, it's right here. So then that green line on the top, and I'm telling you this so you can replicate it yourself. And then boom, we go over here to the blue lines we're looking at. Where did this top blue line come from? It's the peak of today. This is where sellers are. You can see the sellers with this long candle. Now, look at this. Where is this blue line here? The most recent support level. So you see how this is going up, 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 up? You could argue this is kind of a support level right here, which is true. But this one, excuse me, I like it a little bit better because it has two confirmations. One here and then one right here. Confirmations mean it's actually touching the line in terms of a support, right? Okay, so now we could scroll down a bit and go for our put option, but our normal entry on a put, and I would say, let me go grab that line, or did I totally delete it? I might have deleted it. I'm going to go and grab a horizontal line, meaning left, right, and I'm going to put that here, right? The last few days, I can see the gray is the pre-market and the aftermarket. The black here is the open market, like the day's market. So then, do you see how I look back some? And I can see that we have a very strong support right here. So if we break through that, then boom, I'll be looking for puts. And we have two supports, or actually two confirmations. One, and then two touches of this line. And this line is red for me to be looking at puts. But right now, we are trading in what zone? We are trading in the gamble zone. But guess what? Our TA is all set up. Our TA is set up. Nothing fancy. You really don't need anything fancy to be a profitable trader. You just need to find something that works for you. Like I said 100 times, you got to think of it kind of like a diet, right? There's the Atkins diet. You could go vegetarian. You could be eating only, you know what I'm saying? You could be eating only meat. You could be eating only, like, I think it's called a pescatarian diet. Something's going to work for you. You just got to find out what it is. They all work. You could be in a calorie deficit. You could be counting your macros. All of that stuff works. You just got to find out which one you can actually stick to. So what I do is I identify my buyers, identify my sellers by using my supports and my resistances. And then they speak to me. They tell me, Keenan, if we confirm under this red line like this, right, where I get a whole candle that lives totally under the line, then look at this. What this is telling me to do is, oh, you should get a normal entry on a put with a 10% stop loss. This chart speak to me. That's why I always tell you again, we trade with the chart, not with our heart, and we just listen, right? So, and this is how you win way more than you lose. It's actually it's systematic. Family is systematic. So, okay. I will say though, up here, I could see why people would want to get into puts, right? It looks like, oh yeah, we should be jumping into puts. You could. I'm not. Why? Because I don't like to trade. Sometimes I will. Sometimes you'll catch me. Hold up.
Stop the cap.
Hold up. Sometimes you'll catch me shooting from half, right? But it's not a good long-term strategy. And you got to recognize that, you know what? I'm just going to take this half-court shot, but you got to understand what you're doing. What I mean by shooting from half is trading in the gamble zone, right? My people who've been here for a while, using that purple line that I was telling you about. So look, we're in a gamble zone. I want you to watch what happens here, right? We can't tell the future. We're not Nancy Pelosi, but we can read the charts. It's likely that you see this long candle, it's going to start weakening down here, right? Again, we ain't Nancy Pelosi. You know what I'm talking about? Nancy Pelosi. So it's likely to start weakening down here and then bouncing off of this line. However, if it breaks, then we know what to do. Confirm under here, but oftentimes though, waiting for confirmations, sometimes you'll miss your entry. You've seen it happen to me a million times. It's just the way it go. You said, nah, for real? Yo, I'm telling you, big dog facts. All right. So now that we're in the gamble zone, I grab this line. I don't even know how. We put it right back. We put that line right back. Now, let me tell you something. There are people, and again, if it was you, no disrespect, there are people who just jumped into calls because they seen it running up, right? These things happen because we're not waiting for confirmations. But if you are waiting for confirmations, these false breakouts, you'll actually identify them a little bit easier than just saying, oh, it's green, it's green, it's green, let's get calls, right? That ain't how you trade. That ain't how you be a profitable trader. And also, while we're trading in the gamble zone, let's just check something out real quick. So I know you've been hearing so many people talk about earnings, right? We got a little bit of information on earnings. So check this out. Goldman Sachs, they reported their fourth quarter earnings, right? And it wasn't looking good. Their PE ratio is now 10, though. So you could imagine that them being a value stock, you know what I'm saying? A lot of institutions, including themselves, and people who are looking for value are going to be looking towards them. So let's go back here real quick. China population fall. That's news to me. This is a side note. Auto industry predictions. I don't know. So yeah, let's check out Bloomberg real quick. I forgot where I put it. I had an article up I wanted to show you. Wall Street Journal, maybe. Goldman Sachs. I might not be able to find it. There we go. It's on Twitter. Morgan Stanley, they beat their fourth quarter earnings or profit estimates, right? However, Goldman Sachs missed their fourth quarter estimates, and it's saying that their investment banking, that part of their section, is basically, it wasn't looking so good, but this is the asset management revenue, right? So they're managing a lot of people's assets, right? You could think of these institutions. What do they manage? They manage people's like retirement funds. They manage people's all kind of different accounts like that. So if they are not hitting a revenue that they're supposed to be hitting, what they're going to start to do is fly to safety. You understand? They're going to fly to safety. They're going to start using a lot of that money they have. Because think about this. The average everyday person, they're not really looking at what's going on in the market. They're not looking at CPI. They're not looking at what's going on with Jerome Powell, how he's been crashing the market, right? What they're looking at is, yo, my retirement account is going down, or my account is going down. What's going on? They calling up Goldman Sachs. Hey, I had more money 2 months ago. What happened now, right? I'm getting out of here. My friend is at the Bank of America, and they doing better with her account. My friend is at Morgan Stanley. They doing better with his account. So then they'll switch. So in order to stop that from happening, Goldman Sachs is likely to be flying to safety to get them some kind of a return. So now, also, do you see how we are in the gamble zone right now? Somebody just said BBBY is on a rocket. Okay, not quite. Not quite. But do you see why I always say, oh, I'm looking at BBBY. You said BBIG. Again, BBBY could run up again, but you got to remember that you got to be a trader with this, not an investor, in my opinion. All right. So now, trading means you buy low, you sell high, you buy back again low, you sell again high, right? That's it. You're in there to make money. You're not in there to necessarily set it and forget it with something like this. Let's go check out BBBY. No, I just said that. BBIG. All these BBBs, this and that. All right, BBIG is up 15%. Remember, trade, not an investment, in my opinion. And look, it broke through a previous resistance. It makes sense, right? If we were charting this one, and you should be able to do these on your own now, like the green lines and everything like that, so you can see this stuff kind of happening, right? So if I was charting this one, I would say that my early entry on the call, my blue line would have been right here. Blue line would have been here, 5% stop loss. My green line would have been here. My normal entry on the call. And then I would have been able to ride the wave up and then get kicked out with my stoppie. So let's see. Let's go back to the SPY and see if she's ready for us. And let's look at the RSI. Let's look at the MACD and let's see what we got. Because right now we just trading in the gamble zone, actually sitting in the gamble zone. So it says this. Oh, shout out to everybody in the chat, family. 1,400 people in the building. Let's get it. Put some respect on the chat.
Put some respect on my name.
You said, Lord, if you caught that, family. And again, there will always be another play. DJ Mo D, that's right. That's exactly right. The old rinse and repeat. That's what people got to remember. So, okay, boom. We pumping back up a little bit. We're still in the gamble zone. But do you notice how it came down? We know the sellers are up here and the buyers are down here. So we get bounces over here. But let's see. Let's see what we got. I could imagine, though, let's be clear, family. There's a whole lot of sellers at the 400. There's a lot of sellers. There's going to be a lot of FOMO buyers, too. But there's a lot of sellers. So I'm looking at that same one I was looking at before. This one, right? It's the SPY 405, January 19th call option. Right now, the ask price is 44 and dropping a little bit. So it's 44. When I took the screenshot, it was 47. I did not buy it yet, but this is what I'm looking at. But I know I'm in a gamble zone. So then what I'm doing is I'm looking up. I'm looking up towards the early entry on a call, right? So let's say, let me just put a little line in the middle, right? Let's put this little line in the middle. Let's say that I was below this line. I'll be looking at my phone and saying, yo, all right, I'm looking for calls up here. I'm looking for puts down here. Right now, I'm closer to looking at calls. Doesn't mean I'm in it, but I'm looking for it. And what am I waiting for? Because a lot of the times, trading is about patience, right? It's like this. I'm waiting, and it's a really, really small range in here. I'm waiting for some confirmation. Something that lives, like a candle that lives above that blue line. However, to be honest with you, I really might even wait for it to go over the green line because I know that there are sellers here. It's a psychological level of resistance. There's going to be many, many stop losses and buy orders that trigger up here. Or not even stop losses, set profit taking orders. Can you use your paper trading? I encourage that. You say you're waiting on a confirmation. It makes sense, big dog. I'm telling you, it makes a whole lot of sense. New Orleans is in the house. Shout out to New Orleans. Major shout out to New Orleans. I'm waiting, family. I'm being patient. That's what 2023 is about. 23 is about patience. Am I on a 30? No, I'm on a 5. You can't see it? Let me try to zoom it up so you can see it. Maybe. No, my zoom ain't right. It ain't working. I'm on a 5. My zoom is not working. I got an idea, though. Here we go. Here we go. Hey. So, look, it's a little small down here, but you can see it, right? If I was on a 30, that would be this. This one down here is the 5. So now you can see a little bit better. Arkansas in the building. Shout out to you. You said you're playing with paper before you plunge your first 500. So look, like I said before, if you got 500, right? This is what I want you to do. I might activate some of your phones, but it is what it is, right? Hey Siri, what is 5% of 500?
It's 25.
25. If you got $500 to trade, then remember the laws. You stick with 25. It's only, if you're doing well, it's only going to be $25 for a small amount of time, right? But if you're getting smoked because you're learning, then you're going to be okay. And the high majority of your money is going to be all right. I forgot the normal entry on a put line. I swear I put it down there, big dog. Let me go back down. Let me go to the 30. Normal, yeah, entry on a put all the way down here at 92. You could argue that it's over here, though. Like in 94. And then you could ride it down to 92. So let's move it up. But this one, that's a serious level of support. Oh, you said the top left corner shows that I'm on a 5? Totally. Oh, you're right. You're right. Yep, you're right. Look at this. You see this? It's hard to see, but you got that right. Nashville is in the building. Shout out to Tennessee. I've never been to Tennessee. And look at this again. We are in the gamble zone. And look at this. My dogs, my people who've been here with me for a long time. What are we looking at here? With all of these long wicks on the top of the candles. Are we looking at buyers? Who is putting these long wicks at the top of these candles? Is it the buyers? You said, can I trade the SPY with 25? You just have to change the strike. Change the strike or a shorter date. But you got to make sure that you understand this. If you don't have a cash account, what's going to happen is you're going to get like 3 trades, right? You don't want to get yourself locked up out of there. So look at the, yeah, I'm telling you, yo, shout out to the family. Put some respect on it.
Put some respect on my name.
I'm seeing everybody roll in saying the sellers, right? You can see these long wicks on the top. These are the sellers. And what we were really waiting for, right? With this line, and yo, for real, shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Y'all understand what we looking at. What we want to happen to the sellers is we want them to run dry, right? We want them to run out of steam. We see where they are. These long wicks that they putting on here, these are sellers, like y'all just said. So I could tell that you're picking up a lot of the information and a lot of the knowledge. Since we can see our sellers, we waiting for confirmation because that means that we got above them. So then they wouldn't be as easily pushing us down. So when you buy a call in this range, you know that you're taking a gamble. Thus, this area got its name, the gamble zone. The sellers are here pushing it down. The buyers are down here pushing her up. As soon as we get past these sellers, the only issue today, though, is this. Normal entry on a call is so close. So we got kind of 2 resistance levels, right? So there's going to be sellers in here too. But there's profit to be taken and profits to be made. You said, is it not? It's not red selling, green buying? No, big dog. You can't tell the sellers by the colors of the candles. We're not looking at the color of the candles necessarily. I definitely want you to take the cash. I mean, not to take the cash, take the class. If you get profits, take the cash. But if you're looking at the candles, take the class. So here we go. When you look at any single candle, it's telling you 4 things. Technically 5, but we're only going to go 4. So when you're looking at any one candle, it has a body. The body is a rectangle. It has a wick on the bottom and a wick on the top. Like that's why it's actually called the candle. Like if you were lighting a wick. The bottom of the wick tells you how low it got in this time frame. What time frame? We on a 5 minute. So this candle was 5 minutes. Again, we're looking at the 405, family. We're looking at the 405 because this is showing strength. The RSI is 60. It's not overbought. And the MACD has since curled up. But we still in the seller zone. We know that. All right, so look. The bottom of the body, if it's green, this means that the candle basically opened up right here. Where did it end out before it stopped? Right here. Since we know it ended here, clearly the next candle began there, right? You see that? It ended here, and the next candle began right there. How high did the SPY get in this candle? The top of the wick. Why are the candles wicks high on the top? Because it got up really, really high. And next thing you know, all of the sellers are right there pushing it down. So, okay, I'm going back to that 405. I'm looking at the 405 expiration today. We do not have any confirmation. However, what we do see is a long or a lot of wick that's big and green on the bottom, right? Big green wick on the bottom, which means that there are buyers here. There are buyers right here now eating up these sellers. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So family, I don't plan on being on the live past, I want to say 10 o'clock today. So I'm going to try to get in at about like 48 or 49 on this one. I'm willing to take a high risk because I don't want to be on a live stream too long today. However, I know that we are not confirmed, right? Confirmation looks like this. Above the candle. Remember that. Confirmation is above the candle. Okay. So I just jumped in. And I'm going to post this to Keenan's Trades. I'm in early, so I got a 5% stop loss on. Early entry. Right? I'm in early. So you see how we wait for confirmation, and that's how you could kind of make sure that you didn't get in a false breakout. And now, boom, I'm stopped out of it. I'm stopped out of it. Got in early, stopped out of it. But I'm gonna try to run this. For what reason? Because I'm trying to get out of here by 10 o'clock. But I'm stopped out, and I will look for re-entry. I will look for re-entry. So let me go right there. Let me log that one. Stopped, out, down, 5%. Notice how I never waited for the confirmation, and I got stopped out. But I could see it coming. I could see that I was playing it way, way, way hot. Somebody just said this. RSI, way too hot. No, the RSI is 50. RSI is 50. RSI is not hot. We're at a resistance. Stopped out down 5%. Let's see what that actually equated out to, so I can log that because I like to keep track. 40. Okay. So hold up. Let me go here real quick. And again, I'm playing it high. I'm not playing it patient because I got to get out of here. 96. So I'm down 96 so far on a day. But I've used my stop loss. And I didn't wait for confirmation. Notice how before I got in, I knew that going in. On the day, though, I still see that we're showing strength. The confirmation would have been up here. And that's one thing that I really want everybody to make sure that they understand, right? Understand what's really going on. So let me move this over. Let me actually go to the Moomoo charts so you can see something really, really quickly. My guy is saying that it's overbought. I don't know what RSI you looking at, big dog, but it's not. We at a resistance. Okay, so now let me go to this Moomoo chart so you can see something real quick. I want to show you. The reason I'm going here to Moomoo charts is because I can move the squares, right? So check this. Early entry on a call. Let me move this. Here. Confirmation looks like this. Let's make a rectangle. Actually, I'm going to ask you yes or no. Is confirmation above the blue line totally? Yes or no? Is confirmation above the blue line totally? Yes or no? I'm going to wait for these answers to roll in because I got to make sure you understand what I'm talking about. Exactly. Confirmation is above. So how do you know you broke above it? A candle lives above it. Now, here's another question. If we're on the line like this, even like this, right? We're on it. We didn't totally break above it, but we're on it. Is this confirmation? Yes or no? Is being on the line, the candle being on the line, is that confirmation? Yes or no? Exactly. Above the line is confirmation. So, when you decide to get into a trade before confirmation, you got to understand that you're playing it hot. So you see this right here? We never confirmed. So then I was playing it really, really hot. And you got to be mindful of that. So then my stop loss protected me from that volatility. Okay, so now I'm going to try to get back in. Now she's really starting to pump, but my stoppie kicked me out before. But I'm going to try to get back in. I know we're near another line of resistance. We're near, like I said before, we're going to have some struggle right here because a lot of people are going to take profits at that 400. I'm looking to get back in. Trying to look to get back in to see if I could get. And again, I didn't get in yet. We still don't have any confirmation yet, right? Okay. But again, I'm trying to get out of here. I was trying to get out of here at 10, actually. But I got to get out of here soon. I got somewhere to go. Okay. So I'm going to try another entry. But notice, I did not wait for confirmation. I'm playing it hot. I'm playing it hot. Second entry. My first entry, I lost 96. My second entry, I'm in. I'm playing it hot. I did not wait for the confirmation, but I recognize that I'm playing it hot. Okay, so now I'm up basically 280. And I got my stop order in so I can lock in a W. Nice and easy. Okay. So my first one, I lost 96. At this moment, I just got back in again. And remember, that's what's important to be able to know. You got to know what you're doing and see what you're doing so that you can say, okay, I'm going to be able to be profitable. Hold up, because no one trade is going to break you, and no one trade should be able to make you either. So here we go. So I lost 96 on the first entry. The second entry, I got up to 280. Boom, put my stop loss on it right there. Right? So now, getting stopped out is a part of the game. So then now, plus 280. So you can already see I'm profitable again. You understand? But I didn't wait for the confirmation because I got to get up out of here. Okay, and now she's going even higher. So look, the first one that I just showed you, the first entry, or actually the second entry, I got up to 12%. But like I just said, whenever I get up higher and higher and higher, I move my stop loss up. I'm moving my stop loss higher. And now she's up 20%. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. 20%. So you know what I'm doing. So family, what do you think Keenan is doing to the stop loss since the stock is running up? Since my option is running up? What do you think I'm doing to that stop loss? Let me know. I'm putting it where? And now, I want to just say this to you as well. Be honest with me in the chat. Exactly. Shout out to my guy, Mike. Shout out to Mike. I'm moving my stop loss up. Hi. I got to ask you this. Has any one trade ever made you discouraged? You know what I'm saying? Have you ever got discouraged from one trade that you did? You know what I'm saying? Be honest with me. Where you get in and then you lose, like you just seen me lose. 96, right? Let me see if I can color that in or not. You see me get in here and then I was down from the jump. But did you see me sweat? No. You don't see me sweat. You see me play the game as it's written. I play the game as it's written. Down 96, you know what? That's a little bit, right? That's a little bit. And then you see it go up 400. I'm not getting shaken out. You understand? I'm not getting afraid. I'm just playing the game. So when you go back up, my guy said, lost 10K. How, big dog? How? So now let's see. Let's go back to the laws. 98% of traders ain't profitable. They get discouraged, right? They lose and they don't understand the game. So they're not playing by the rules. You will lose sometimes. It happens. So you make your losses small. If your losses is 10K, I'm trying to think. Did you put in $100,000 and get stopped out down $10,000, family? And then did you get back in and then make it back like we just did? Right? You got to ask yourself this. What's going on here, right? You got to really think. So now, trade with 5% of your portfolio max. Holding overnight, I'm not looking to do that. Especially in the bear market. The game ain't fair. TA gonna work 70% of the time. And I want to say too, something else. Especially if you're taking a high risk, right? What I want you to do is understand that you got to wait for the confirmations. You understand? Wait for the confirmations. He said, no, not today. Lost when you started trading a year ago trying to gamble. Feed your brain. I got to ask you a question. Do you appreciate the knowledge that I'm putting down right here? Because I really wanted to be able to help you. I wanted to be able to show you how you can make that 10K back. And it might not be in a day, but it'll be over time. But there is a definite way, whether the market is going up or going down. So let me know if you appreciate that, big dog, because I hope you do. Because there ain't many people doing it. There ain't many people doing it. All right, yeah, and I'm not even in the trade anymore. I'm out. But this still look like it's going up. It still look like it's going up. But we're going to come and retest this support right here. I appreciate you, family. And let me tell you something, too. There's a so today, huge success. So 410, 440, 440. I can hear my wife in the shower. I got to get up out of here, family. I'm about to get in trouble. What? Don't play. So here we go. And I'm just joking, guys. The in trouble part is a joke. So, all right, look at this. 440 in the green. So let's do some simple math. Ask Siri a quick question. Hey, Siri, what is 440 minus 96? 344. So nothing crazy, but profitable. 344. Did I say that right? Yeah. All right. Let me see. Yeah, 344. All right, boom. In the green. Why? Because I trade with the chart. I don't trade with my heart. If I lose, I make it small. If I lose, I make it small. And then I take it. I take it on the chin. I say, okay, look. Hey, man, dang. I hate to lose $90. You say you up 4K? Yo. Now listen. You know, I gotta flex. I gotta say it. Yo, these other YouTubers ain't doing it like us, baby. They not getting on here and showing the receipts. They ain't getting on here and showing their receipts. They getting on there and they telling you, yo, listen, profitable traders aren't profitable. You can't win. And they telling you all of this. Family, how are people? Jay-Z had a line, right? Whether you like Jay-Z or not, he had a line. He said this. How you gonna tell me how to do it when you never did it? Right? People telling you that, oh, you can't be a profitable trader. Listen, if I've ever seen a profitable trader, then I would try to watch and I would try to say, okay, how are they doing it? Right? How the heck are they doing it? So then I want to give y'all a major salute. And I want to say this too. If you got any family members who is trying to trade and all of this stuff, get them on a Discord with us. Get them on a Discord with us. And the reason I'm saying that is this. People signing up for these $1,000 classes for these $150, $300 one-on-one sessions. But guess what? The one-on-one session people ain't doing with you. They're not going to get on and show you how they trade, right? They're going to tell you, hey, look, if you buy it at the support and you ride it up to the resistance, if you use the MACD, they're not going to get on and actually show you that it work, right? So if your family members is trading or you know people that's trading, get them over here with us, family. Do them a favor. It's a win-win. It's a win-win. Straight up like that. Straight up like that, family, because, hey, why not be with the winning team? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I got to get up out of here. I see you in the next one. Take care.